Welcome on the CMSday 2030. I'm with Ben van Hente, right?
Ben van Ende, yes.
Okay, from TYPO3 and TYPO3. And Steve Fockema from Hippo community.
Correct.
Okay. So, Ben, can you talk us about TYPO3, his history?
Yeah. Well, I think we have a very long history. I think we started before 2000, and our system was originally developed by one developer only. Now we have a really huge community with a lot of participants all over Europe, mainly in Germany, but France is also really getting along really well. So one of the things that we really changed, in the past year is that we now have a TYPO3 family instead of one product. So we have developed a new PHP framework, and on top of that we're working on the new CMS. We have profiling tools, deployment tools, and stuff like that. So that's a really big change for the whole TYPO3 community to be able to work and to deal with different products.
Okay. So, and Hippo, where does it come from?
Hippo is a Dutch company, started as well in 1999, so I think around the same time as TYPO3. And Hippo has always since the start been designed for more complex content solutions. So you're talking about multi-channel, multilingual, a lot of users, a lot of document types, everything. So we try to service also companies who have complex CMS needs. And at the moment doing quite well, of course, in the Benelux, that's our home market. Germany as well, the DACH region, the US, and France, we're getting there.
Okay, so you are using Java?
Yes, we're Java open source.
And you PHP?
We are PHP framework.
Okay,
yeah.
yes.
There's a difference.
Yes, that's a difference. Today? What are the news from TYPO? What are the news from TYPO3?
Yeah, I think the news is what I've been discussing with a lot of people. So I was really happy to meet a lot of French users, really happy users, and we talked a lot about migration to the new long-term support version. So we started 3 years ago with implementing a long-term support version, like you see in a lot of other software products, like Ubuntu. That was a little bit.
How many years?
The LTS is valid for 3 years. So we have a 4.5 version, and I've really seen, all across Europe, but also especially in France, that people stick to that long support version. And in October we'll have a new version with a lot of new features, which we will supply a very good migration tool to be able to migrate from 4.5 to 6.2. I think that's one of the biggest news. Plus that we hope to have a first version of our NEOS, our new CMS, I hope, in the end of this year.
Okay. Yeah. And for Hippo, what's the news?
Hippo, we've just released 7.8. Very proud of that because that contains a very big and extensive relevance module. This will show different types of content based on location, clicking behavior, search criteria, social media preferences. I mean, whatever you want, even if it's the traffic outside, if it's a traffic jam, you can show different content. And we think that's a very powerful tool because I think relevance and the way you position content and show content, also on which device, that's getting more and more important. People will only read and take in content the way they want to, and if you don't give them to them that way, then they will look somewhere else for that. So the relevance engine is very important over different channels.
Okay, what's the future for TYPO3?
I think it's like I already discussed with the news we have. So what we really have, we will also discuss the future at the conference in Stuttgart in October. That's going to be very interesting because we have, for the first time, we really have 3 separate days, one for community, one for business, and one for future. So the future for the TYPO3 project really lies in the new products. So our Flow PHP framework, which created a lot of buzz and enthusiasm for its ease of use, and the whole new layer that we are building on top of that NEOS, which will be, I think, really exciting also concerning the interface and the way that you edit content in this content management system. That's going to be the future for us.
Okay, so for the end users.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Good news for end users.
Okay. And for Hippo? What do you think?
Besides, of course, extending the targeting module, so doing more with the data, so you can be responsive when you collect the data. We're going to put a lot of developer love into the system, so it's going to be easier and quicker for developers to work with Hippo, but also for end users. I think that's very important. Saying that, also quick time to market, so build specific features for landing pages, event sites, to quickly distribute those. Time is money, and if you can't do something quickly, yeah, I mean, your management won't be happy, and you will get the blame for that. Another one will be content packaging, so having big batches of content which you can just move to another instance. Yeah, there's a lot on the roadmap.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is a difference between your two products. It's, I mean, it's communities. How is it different?
I think we have a very large community for the TYPO3 project, which is very much based on working with open source. And I also see as a community manager, you know, that this having to deal with the community is very important, and it's important for totally open source systems, but it's also getting increasingly important for closed source systems as well. So I mean, it's reaching out to your clients, to your users, and trying to get that all together and trying to motivate that. It's really important in the systems we deal with.
And how do you manage your communities?
Well, I mean, of course I agree. I think Hippo has a community edition and has an enterprise version. So we are a commercial organization. We try also to make money from the enterprise version, which contains different modules. But our community is very, very important. Yeah, our developer backbase, those are people who contribute as well to the Apache Software Foundation, to their community. So yeah, the community is growing. I think we have a couple of thousand contributors at the moment, and hope that grows over time. Because everything they put in, there's more eyes on the code, and that makes just gives a better product in the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where can we find information about TYPO3, TYPO3 website?
You can just go to type3.org and you will find all the relevant information that you need. We have a lot of sub-sites as well, so I'm extremely proud of the documentation effort that's been going on the past, especially this year. So we really have some kick-ass documentation. Go check out type3.org and you will find all information that you need.
Okay, thank you. And for Hippo?
For the commercial proposition, you go to onehippo.com, ONE hippo.com.
Okay.
Then the community is onehippo.org, and you can also go to Smile, and also there you can go through the website.
Okay, thank you for all this information.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Perfect. Merci.